Yo, what's up? It's King Stephen. What I did a couple months ago, I did the team ups that I always wanted to see in Jujutsu Kaisen Volume 1. But this time, let me do death matches or matchups I want to see, or just things I would think would be cool in Jujutsu Kaisen. But let's go ahead and not waste any time and get into it. So the first matchup I got is Megumi Fushiguro, currently right now in the Culling Games, versus Geto Suguru, all the way up until Volume 0. I was originally going to do hidden inventory, but honestly that would be too much of a stomp for Megumi. Now, obviously we know Megumi uses his Shikigami 10 Shadows technique. He's incredibly strong right now, very versatile. He's got Max Elephant, the Divine Dogs, the Toads, the Rabbits. I knew it. Y'all know the whole spiel. Maharaga, everything. Obviously domain expansion, that's the big feat right there. And he's also extremely versatile in his shadows, being able to go in them now, hide in them, use them to his advantage. We know what Megumi's capable of. Geto Suguru, hidden inventory, curse spirit manipulation. And the reason I wanted to do Volume 0 was specifically so he can get his maximum technique, the maximum Uzumaki. Plus Geto's mindset in Volume 0 is more refined. He's full in on his ideals, the Buddha. He's all into it now. That's why I really wanted to do this, because I wanted this to be kind of like a Megumi Fushiguro versus a Geto Volume 0, because I was kind of looking at it as two people who are very idealistic. One who's more so on the good path, he wants to help people, whether you're a sorcerer or a regular person, versus Geto, who is more so going against people who are non-sorcerers, because it was just plaguing the world with all these curses, and it kind of felt too tedious and just felt useless helping these weak people, when instead we could just have a bunch of sorcerers. And he went full on with that, and that's how we got the Geto we have pretty much now. Also Kenjaku, but I didn't want to include Kenjaku in that because that would have been a little bit too much. But who I think wins this, if I'm being honest, even in Volume 0, I think Megumi takes this 9 times out of 10, because not even with Maharaga, I just believe that Megumi, if he can get Geto in the domain, it's a wrap. I don't see Geto being able to counter something like that. Now he does have the vengeful spirit, innate domain that he can use against Megumi. I feel like he struggled with the vengeful spirit, if anything, but I still think like that wouldn't be too much of a problem. I feel like the hardest one for Megumi might be the dragon, considering Toji took out that dragon because he was just a physical beast with the heavenly restriction, and I think he was using the inverted spear of heaven while he took it down. Now Megumi, I feel like the best bet to take something like that would be his domain, would be his demon dog totality, considering demon dog totality's claws, they can pierce a special grade. We've seen it with Nanami. I think he could do that against the dragon. So then that leaves maximum Uzumaki. That would definitely be something that I don't see Megumi being able to counter, but at the same time, worst come to worst, he pulls out Maharaga, and that's pretty much a wrap. So it's, to me, too many things Megumi has going for him to go up against Geto. Plus, both of these guys are incredibly smart, especially in battle. And I just think Megumi, right now, I think he's just on that level. I think he's stronger than hidden inventory and even Volume 0 Geto. So I'm going to give this one to Megumi. Now, if you disagree, obviously, let me know in the comments. Give your whole, for all of these, give me your just thoughts on like who you think will win. Next, we got two strong, powerful women in Jujutsu Kaisen. We got Maki post preparation, basically the Maki that we have right now currently, versus Takako Uro. And man, this one's actually very hard to actually think of who is going to win, just because these two they counter each other so much, like it's not even funny. Maki is obviously straight hands and weaponry versus the sky, basically. So now I love both of these characters, and I think if they were to ever interact in a manga somehow, I think it would be pretty entertaining. But on one hand, I really see Maki could win if she can get close to Uro and kind of like force her into a close combat situation. I guess pressure her so much that she can't be able to pull the sky, or maybe if it's possible, break the sky or something like that. Not really sure how far this heavily restriction can go in terms of like being able to destroy the sky in a sense. But obviously if she gets close to Uro and she's able to just start dishing out damage, whether punches, kicks, using the sword she got from Maki, if she can do any of that, it's over. The Uro just cannot, to me, compete physically with a Maki at this point. But if Uro can keep the distance, and not even by like a long range, if she can keep it like a mid-range battle, use her thin icebreaker, continue to use the sky, maybe like warp around, be evasive, get to her blind spots using the sky, because she is an assassin, so it's in their nature to know and how to take advantage of someone depending on what their skill set is. The best way you can actually just take somebody out. That's typically how, you know, assassins are, but we know Takako is very prideful on who she beats and, you know, getting that kind of recognition for herself. But I don't know, if I had to just pick one, plus you gotta factor in Uro's mobility, I'm kind of leaning, oh man, this might be disrespectful to Maki in a sense. I'm kind of leaning towards Uro just because of the matchup. Like, that notion of that she can fly and like all this, it's hard to go against it. I don't know. Like, if Maki's tool bag, if she had, you know, Inverted Spirit Heaven or the chains or something like what Toji had, then I would see Maki winning a lot more in like a versus matchup. But if I had to pick one, man, I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards Uro. Like basically, if they fought 6 times, I think Uro will win 6 out of 10 times. That type of deal. But like I said, let me know how you feel about that one. Obviously, we know she's extremely fast, Maki, but yeah, I think matchup wise, I think I'm gonna just have to go, because she doesn't have Dragon Bone anymore. I might have to just go with Uro on this one. I think I'm gonna go with Uro. But yeah, that's what I'm going with in the Maki versus Takako Uro matchup. That would be a really cool matchup if that like ever happened. Like, cause we know Uro isn't technically out of the game, cause he doesn't have any points. But if she like came back and she wanted to fight someone, and it just so happened to be Maki, I think that'd be dope. For the last matchup in Volume 1, I'm gonna go with Kento Nanami versus Higuruma. Now, these basically very similar in terms of, I guess, personality and presentation in a sense. They're the most adult-like characters in the series. I feel like the main theme for these two are responsibility. Obviously, with Nanami, when he was here, he was the adult that took responsibility of, you know, putting Yuji's life first before his. And during Shibuya, you know, he was the guy after Gojo that took the leader role per se, and kind of like helping direct people, going to like their different areas to help whoever needed help out. He was there with Yuji the first time they met Mahito. So Nanami's been pretty much one of the more helpful characters when he was around. He was always taking that responsible role. Then we got Higuruma, who is pretty different, as he takes responsibility of upholding the law and justice for those who are truly innocent, and always keeping his eyes open for people, even if they are more than likely guilty. He's always gonna enforce some sort of control or rules. Whatever rules or control there is, he wants them to be enforced. He doesn't really just want a bunch of chaos and just people breaking the rules or whatever. That's basically what Higuruma, in a short way, is about. Obviously, there's more to him, but that's just the fastest way I could put that. Both highly intelligent in and out of battle. I will give this though, Higuruma does have the edge though in that category specifically to me, because after only 12 days, upon awakening his cursed energy, he reached the level comparable of a grade 1 sorcerer. That is a lot. In 12 days, like, just imagine it. I think in our time, for them to even be like recognized as grade 1, Yuji, Megumi, and Obara, I want to say it took them like a couple of months or something like that. Could be wrong about that, because time and me and manga do not go well. So I want to say it took them like almost like a couple months just to even get to that, like the recommendation part. But I gotta give him that, just that feat alone, because that is a feat to me. That's impressive. Now, they both have cursed weapons, obviously. Higuruma's is more versatile as he can manipulate the shape of it, but I'm just more of a fan of the Calcrene blade, but obviously looks don't play a part in this type of stuff. But it fits Nanami's fighting style better, and let's just get honestly into the real question. Will Higuruma's domain affect Nanami? Personally, I don't see that happening, as in Nanami's flashback and just kind of the person he is, he's a good dude. He's a good guy. I don't see him like committing like little crimes, no matter how big or small they are. I just don't see Nanami being that type of guy or character. And I feel like that would kind of go against his character if he did stuff like that. And probably realistically, if Higuruma saw that Nanami just never committed a crime or anything, they probably wouldn't fight at all. But obviously, I want to put this, they're going to fight. Whether he's a good guy or not, he's going to fight him. And most of these, honestly, I see Nanami coming out victorious, because I feel like a lot of these scenarios are going to be put in a just curse tool versus curse tool, and who's got the better just physical fighting capability against one another. And we know Nanami, he's damn near the peak, not including like heavenly restriction, of like a physical sorcerer's body. We've seen that because when Shigemo tried to kick Nanami in the chest, he literally felt like he was just kicking a wall, like a stone wall. That's how in peak condition Nanami is. Then factor in Nanami's, to me, got the best all-around technique in between these two with ratio. I feel like he just take him down just pretty handily. Now obviously if Higuruma's domain does work, he's going to win 9 times out of 10. You take away someone's technique or their curse energy, you're at a really huge advantage. And then I would just give it to Higuruma because he has too much of an advantage, and then he's got so much he can do with his curse tool. But if I'm looking at it just as a what would actually happen, in my opinion, if they were to actually have to fight, I think Nanami takes this. I think he takes this. He has the better technique. He's going to be in way better condition than Higuruma right now. It's going to be a hard fall battle. Like, I feel like Higuruma will find a way to like just try to keep his distance. He'll probably use the staff version of his tool a lot more just to stay away from Nanami. But I just think most of these scenarios, like if they were to fight, like I said, like 10 times or something like that, I think Nanami would take it like 7 out of 10. That's just how it is. That's, to me, I think Nanami just kind of overshadows Higuruma and just turns out non-domains. I think Nanami's got that. So that was volume 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen matchups that I would like to see, whether narrative or just see some raw ass fights, honestly. But let me know in the comment section down below how you feel about the 3 I got right now. Also, there will be another one obviously for volume 2, but let me know some of the ones you want to see because I might put them in the next video. So with that, I'll holler at y'all in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Peace.